Good evening and welcome to Phoenix International Raceway here in Phoenix, Arizona. Tristan Wilhoit has become the first driver to ever score a pole on his birthday. And that is good for him. Wilhoit is on pole today. Of course, yesterday was his birthday. Bobby Jones is second. And now, here comes the rest of the field, which has made a rather interesting starting grid, to be honest. Benjamin Dover in P12. Great showing by him in qualifying. That team normally isn't used to getting out of Q1. And Dover made it into Q3. A couple of big names a little further down, like Dornan Bouchard, our current point leader, etc. This is the final oval of the season. Also, say before we get to there, Zayden Davidson crashed in Q2. No harm, no foul there. He wasn't going to start much higher anyway. He just barely made Q2 for that matter, so I didn't really expect him to be that much quicker. DJ Curtis down in Q1, along with a couple other big names like Scott Roush. DNC has been lost all weekend. The DNC team has. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, though, this is the final oval of the year. I know there's 4 races to go in the championship after this one, and this is the last oval of the year. Excuse me there. A lot of very high-end racing we're going to be seeing today at this 1 mile short track here under the lights in Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to be a very, very challenging race for a lot of these drivers, as a number of them are not used to sometimes the heat that we get down here in Phoenix, even though tonight isn't exactly that hot. It will be a grueling race, as this track is known for its grueling nature, as Phoenix is one of the more difficult ovals on the schedule. It's a fitting place to end the oval season. Anyway, let's go down to the race. Tristan Wilhoit leads the field of 36 down to the green, and away we go here at Phoenix for another thrilling showdown here in the desert. Bobby Jones slots into second right behind. This is going to be a very, very close quarters race, I believe. A little further back, everybody gets off to a clean start so far. Hart's going to slot into third. Looks like actually Michelia might get fourth away, though. Nope, looks like Angel and now Pericles might be going by on the outside. Angel is going to get fourth there, so no change in the first 4 spots on the grid. Wilhoit leads. As here comes Noah Hart down low on Bobby Jones. These two are major championship contenders here. A little further back, you got Michelia trying to make a move on Pericles. As here comes Noah Hart looking down low here on Bobby Jones. Not going to happen that time, though, as Jones will hold the spot. A little further back, you're seeing not a whole lot of movement back here. It is kind of a difficult oval to pass on. It looks like, actually, though, a couple drivers are starting to. However, it's still early in this race. We're only lap 3 of 130. Christian Vanderpesch and Matty Myatt now are doing battle, and that's actually going to be Vandy going to P number 8 there. And here, Vanderpesch goes down to the inside there, as that is a battle position on track change there. However, the 1 is fighting back on the outside. Looks like actually you've got Noah Hart now once again down low on the 9. The 9 is sticking it in on the high line. That is a move that you're going to want to do if you're Bobby Jones, because the high line actually does have a bit of a run around this track. However, Noah Hart will get second away there. So Noah Hart does take over second. Tristan Wilhoit's loving this in the lead, though. Nick Pericles now is making a move on Sean Angel, and now you've got Noah Hart trying to chase down Tristan Wilhoit in the lead. Wilhoit didn't exactly get the biggest run there. Excuse me. Got a little bit of a cough today. But as Noah Hart now is just trying to slot in here, this is just a kind of a thing that we've noticed this year, is that it's kind of hard to break away from people on this track this year. We've got 3 wide racing here between Vance Caldwell, Chase Dunbar, and Jack Halleck for the all-important 29th, or actually 30th position there. Halleck will get the spot, though. Michelia and James Shelley now are doing battle with help from Matty Myatt behind. Myatt's been shoving Michelia along there. 2 drivers with ties to Ohio. Of course, Michelia runs under the Ohio banner. Matty Myatt runs under the Amarian banner. And now you've got Michelia. They're all trying to get by James Shelley, who is an American-British driver. Of course, from Virginia, or, well, actually from Great Britain, but currently resides in Virginia. And now you're seeing Pashelia's trying a lot of moves on the inside, but can't really seem to get a move there. Noah Hart is all over the back end of Tristan Wilhoit here. The Alaskan driver in the lead is doing his best. The Alaskan Texan driver doing his best to hold off. One of the best in the series right there, Noah Hart, who is trying to get his points lead back. Remember, Dornan Bouchard isn't really that high in the race right now. In fact, he's fighting for the final point spot. This could be a big day for Noah Hart if he can pull off a victory. He had lost the point lead in Virginia, and now is trying to get it back, as it looks like Pericles was trying to make a move there on Bobby Jones. Remember, Bobby Jones is also a championship contender. However, he will be leaving that car after the round of Australia to drive the FBR 96 car, a third entry, because Kenny Myatt is slated to come back after his injury at Indianapolis. The biggest loser on the start has actually been Benjamin Dover, but he's only lost 4 spots, which actually isn't that much in an ARCSOA race. This track doesn't have a lot of forward mobility on this track. The biggest, it doesn't have a lot of very distinct mobility on this track, so Dover back in, I mean, if that's the longest drop back, then that kind of shows the way that this track races. It's just a very close quarters track there, as even a little further back, I mean, one of the biggest movers has been DJ Curtis, and he only has gained 4 spots. The top 3 are all together at the front of the field. This is where things are going to get interesting, because you've got drivers like Bobby Jones and Noah Hart who want to get points as much as they can, and Wilhoit, who sadly, realistically, I don't think is a real championship contender in the GCI 25 car. However, I'm seeing Wilhoit wants blood. He hasn't won a race in a long time, and I think he wants blood to win another one. James Shelley's going to try a move here on Sean Angel by way outbraking him into turn 1. That was a good move there, but I don't think it's going to pay off, because Angel's going to get the drive off the corner there, and that kind of puts Shelley in the doghouse again. But Shelley's fighting back through the dog leg, and now down into turn number 3. Not going to get up there, and actually might lose a spot to Pachelia there if he's not careful, as Pachelia gets a nice run off the corner. Looks like Pachelia is going to get the spot there. So he did lose, he lost a spot because of that move. However, by lap 23, it is becoming clear who is the biggest mover in the race right now. Gaining 8 spots has been Jake Baskinger in car 73, doing a great job on the Crown Royal 73 car to work his way through the order. He's going to try and pass William Brock for 13th. Going to be a hard sell, though, to get by him. Like I said, this track isn't the easiest to pass on. It's one of the more like I said in the pre-race, it's one of the more difficult ovals to go to. James Shelley would look underneath the 81 and lose a ton of momentum doing it, but he slams the door on the 1 car, killing her momentum, which actually is going to hurt her quite mightily there with Vanderpesch on the inside. However, Vanderpesch is going to try and snake his way underneath. The 1's going to find her way on the outside, the reigning champion there, and it looks like Vanderpesch could be the big loser next. Tauger's looking to fight there. Tauger's got some speed in the 31 car, and Tauger's going to get the spot briefly here. However, Vanderpesch is going to try and fight back. As we should be approaching pit stops pretty soon here. I'm going to stay with this battle here, as it's all depends how Vanderpesch is going to get into the corner. Definitely, Tauger just did a better job there. And now Dornan Bouchard's trying to make a move on Vanderpesch and gets the move done. So Vanderpesch down to 11th position, while Bouchard up into the top 10. Cody Lamas was the first car to pit, and now you've got some other leaders coming in. That's Jones coming in with Bouchard and Vanderpesch coming in. So now we do have some now we do have some cars that are decided to bring it down pit road. We're looking to see if anybody else is going to. Is Wilhoit or Hart bring it in this time? Looks like it. And here they come. Maddie Myatt stays out another lap here. That's a good move there, I think, by her. Maddie Myatt staying out, possibly to hope for a caution. Pit stop strategies here tend to breed cautions. Here comes Lamas out of the pits. Lamas does his best to stay out of the way, however, does hold up Maddie Myatt there. As it looks like also Curtis might have stayed out as well there with Ace Vito and a couple other cars. Myatt's coming in, Curtis is, I think, coming in as well. So here we go once again here on your pit stop cycles. This is where things get rather interesting, because this is where you're going to make your moves here. Both the Pertec cars are coming in together as well. Coming out of the pits, Nick Pericles would gain the most spots here by going around the outside of Will Hoyt and Hart to take over the provisional lead of the race if he can get out in front of Bobby Jones. And it looks like he is... Oh, contact! And around goes the leaders! Oh no! The leaders all just wrecked! And there's some damage there. Tristan Wilhoit, the pole sitter, was in it quite heavily there. He's going to come back to lead the race back to the line. Or, well, at least get provisional lead here. And this is where things are going to get pretty interesting, because who's on the lead lap and who isn't? Because Matty Myatt has not taken the caution. And we have more fun and games under the caution here, as the 59 and the 60 have not taken a yellow here. John Hart did. And we've got the 16 and the 41 with the 22 getting damage. And I think the 37 got some damage off the rear end of the 48. So, not too much there for the 37. They might have avoided serious contact there. So this took place when Nick Pericles is trying to leave the pits and beat Bobby Jones out here. This is all just complete aggression here. Comes up in front of Jones. Jones didn't like that, didn't back off, and you guys got cars all over the place right there, trying to avoid a situation there, and well, that was a rather silly thing there, if you ask me. The question then becomes, who do you put the blame on here? And I think you have to put the blame squarely on Nick Pericles, because at that point he shouldn't have been, well, he's racing for position, but Jones is the faster car here, and well, you can't do a whole lot there. Onboard Christian Vander Pesch here, his teammates coming out of the pits right in front of him, and well, right here you're just going to see just a bunch of cars wrecking. All the major leaders just got into a wreck there. Ironically, only drivers from the second incident fell out of the race. None of the ones from the first incident did, as Matty Myatt leads the field back to the green. She played her caution card correctly there by staying out late, and she's got the lead because of it. As, oh boy, we got some very, very slow cars on track here. Ray Hall didn't get going there. And the driver who benefited quite a lot from that was actually Dornan Bouchard, the points leader, as he is up to 4th position. And you've got a lot of cars that are very angry in the back, like Tristan Wilhoit, who dominated the first part of the race. And Wilhoit's still in 19th, though, with a battered car. Ooh, boy, there's a little bumper tag there going on through this field here. It doesn't look like Pericles is exactly the fastest on the track right now. And Pericles is, I believe, getting called for a steward's inquiry after this race. Oh boy, a little bit of contact there. We got 4 wide possibly here. Almost 4 wide that was. Oh, here comes Baskinger in. Baskinger was, of course, the biggest gainer in that, but he did get some rear end damage. I don't want to do that too often, get rear end damage on a track. He is having some handling problems with that car. Zachary Fitzwater is coming down pit road as well with some, looks like a tire maybe going down on that car. So tough break for Fitzy. I don't believe he had any damage, so tough break for him. Actually, that could be more serious than that. There might be putting up the hood on that car. Battle for the lead between Kyle Bisceglia and Matty Myatt. Bisceglia is one of the best drivers on this track. He's won on this track before. Matty Myatt, of course, has only ever won on the Texas Motor Speedway, which we're not going to this year. And Matty Myatt now is trying to hold off Bisceglia on the outside. The outside tends to be a pretty good line around here in a battle situation. It's not very good during the race, but looks like Bisceglia is going to try and fight back here on the inside. This is what Dornan Bouchard wants. He looks like Bisceglia actually might get the position here, provided that he dives it in deeper than the 1, and he doesn't. The 1 dives it in oh so deep there, and will get the better run off the corner. So the 1 car is set to hold her position, and will hold the position there. Great move by Matty Myatt. I'm pretty sure Noah Hart will not be happy with the situation that happened in front of him between Bobby Jones and Nick Pericles. He is down in 27th position after qualifying 3rd and running 2nd the majority of the first stint. That's got to be really frustrating for him. I'm pretty sure Will Hoyt, who's a very emotional driver, will be quite angry as well. Although he's in 17th. That car doesn't even literally look that hurt. He's still running pretty quick lap times in the 25 car. Granted, he's getting passed right now by the 26, but he's actually, no, he's got a pretty quick car even without a hood. The dive bomb king himself, Grayson Ace Vito, named that after his Indy 250 victory, dive bombs into turn 1 and actually makes a move stick on the inside on Dorn and Bouchard. Ace Vito is now taking over third on the racetrack right now. Kyle Bisceglia is going to try again for the lead here on Matty Myatt. This is where things are going to get pretty interesting because Bisceglia tends to be really good here. However, that one car is dead set on the outside. However, I think this one could be Bisceglia's lap here, as Bisceglia is going to lead the lap and I think take the position completely on track as well, because it doesn't look like the 1 can really do a whole lot with the 11 down low. So car number 35 now is the leader of the race. Remember, he wanted a somewhat similar track in New Hampshire. However, you got to watch car 11. The 11 of Ace Vito looks incredibly strong right now. And looks like he's the fastest car on the track Ace Vito has been. And he is not afraid to put his nose in places where others dare to look. However, Ace Vito would actually lose a spot to Matty Myatt there, as Myatt would fly around the outside and take second position back on the track. Travis Scott and Malachi Cohen are holding back position 6 and further back because they're battling for 28th position. However, they're a lap down, but they are battling for position. So, if your car's contact there between the 17 of Vanderpesch and the 77. I'm pretty sure Vanderpesch is not that happy with Cohen right now. And like I said, it is an incredibly difficult track to pass on. Zayden Davidson is currently down a cylinder, and actually Kyle Bisceglia is getting awfully close to him. Still a long ways to go, but until he catches him. But Davidson's car does not sound very healthy right now. The dive bomb king, Ace Vito's been looking underneath Matty Myatt a little bit, maybe to try one of his patented dive bombs. However, hasn't really tried to make that crazy move on his teammate yet. Remember, Matty Myatt's the only Zeos Honda car who has not won a race yet this year. And the reigning champion has been kind of the slowest out of the Zeos cars this year as well. I'm pretty sure she's going to want to do better than that. Roman Rahal's another car having a lot of issues right now. In fact, Davidson just passed him, and Pericles is a slow car as well. Pericles is even already a lap down compared to Davidson, so get out of the way there, son. You've already caused enough trouble today. As Pericles, who was in threat to win a race, I think he was just trying to go for it there, but you don't want to do that too often. Bisceglia has now caught Roman Rahal here, and we're going to see how hard Rahal's going to make Bisceglia's life not very. I simply think because Rahal doesn't have the car to really do that with. Although, it does make Matty Myatt's life a little hard because she can't slide up to the high line out of 2. However, right there, then and there, it was a pretty easy move there by a lot of these cars around Roman Rahal. Now here comes Nick Pericles, a driver who's already caused 1 caution today. We're going to see here if Pericles is going to play nice! No, he's not! He nearly chops off the 35 there. And he's had a very spirited rivalry with Matty Myatt in the past as well. You don't want to do that too often there. However, the 1 car and the 11 get by with relative ease, and it looks like the 88 might as well. Noah Hart would be the first car to bring it down pit road. Him and actually Vanderpesch would be. Remember, I think Vanderpesch was one of the later cars to pit the last time around. 3 wide, a little further up the track, though. You got to be careful about doing that. However, we do have race leader Kyle Bisceglia is pitting. The 2 Zeos cars are staying out. Bisceglia, the 88's coming in, the 35's coming in. Looks like everybody else, for the most part, staying out. I like this strategy of staying out because that really helped them the last time there was a caution. However, the 1 and the 11 are going at it. They might be the caution if they're going to try some moves like that together. Oh, we got a crash, actually, and we do have a yellow. So here we go again. The 11 and the 1 are just geniuses right now. Oh, they nearly get wiped out, though, by the 19, and the 11 and the 1 played the game very smart. And that one involved the 17 car. This one happened when Alex Allen wasn't paying attention to the fact that Vanderpesch was down below him, and the 73 gets collected of Baskinger as well. And, well, that one has got to be on the 51 there. Ooh, look at the 19 going way down low to avoid an incident there with the 83 and the 59. However, we got another situation here where there's another car who has not taken the caution yet. That's Kyle Bisceglia, the former leader, slams into the 5. He was kind of upset about something with the 5 car, and then the 18 and the 88 get collected. So we've got a lot of aggression today. Oh, the 35's got a piece, the 2's got a piece. Or the 31's got a piece there, and we've got cars all over the place. The 48's wrecked. And I have a feeling Bisceglia will be going to Stewart's degree. Oh, the 31 just wrecked his teammate. Drove into Ace Vito. So Ace Vito's got damage now. Everybody's throwing their brain out the window under these cautions. And this is where things are getting rather silly, if you ask me. Because that 35 car, well, didn't get the caution, and you've got to be really kind of sane when you're doing that, and he just took out the 88, the point leader. And what happened to the 84? So the 35's coming out of the pits, and he has not taken the caution flag yet. So he's liable to get back onto the lead lap. However, the 5 comes right in front of him, and instead of backing off the throttle like he should, he just runs over it. And the 35's got relatively little damage, if you ask me, as well. The 35 is fine, really. However, the 1 car now... Oh, boy, this is a mess, kind of, isn't it? Because of the way the caution fell, actually, the 35 is the leader of the race. Believe it or not. There's a bunch of cars on the tail end of the lead. Allen, Vanderpesch, Bobby Jones, Will Hoyt, Shelley, Dover, Freeze... Demax, Saber, Monaco, and Angel. And remember, there are actually some points-paying positions up there in the tail end of the field. Look at some of the cars on the lead lap. You've got Scott Rauch in 11th with a lot of damage. Cody Lamas in 8th. Bobby Jones in 7th in a War Wagon. But Kyle Bisceglia is going to lead the field back to the green here. However, he is going to get a steward's inquiry for running into the back of the 5. Because... even though he technically has the right to get his lap back, he should have used a little bit of common sense there. And unfortunately, Kyle Bisceglia didn't display any. So I have a feeling he could be getting a strike for that. Because they were kind of under yellow. And we got cars sliding and slipping and sliding all over this track here. Just trying to stay on a lead lap run here. As they're trying to get by Pericles as well. Pericles is one of the slowest cars on the grid right now. Matty Myatt's trying any way to get underneath the 35 and force maybe 3 wide here. And that's going to be a rather distinct move if that takes place. However, I digress. The 35 is stuck behind his teammate, the 17 of Vanderpesch. And you've got just a lot of battling here. And now it looks like Vanderpesch is going to be a good teammate and get out of Bisceglia's way. Ace Vito has slotted himself into 2nd position. That is John Arnold in 20th position. I thought he was in 4th there for a second, but actually that's Padcar in 4th. Padcar's had a miserable weekend. Ace Vito, despite being damaged, is running a solid 2nd position here, trying to hang on to a beaten-up car after his teammate ran into him. Kind of stupidly there. Oh, the 1 broke down! The 1 broke down, and the 48's gonna hit her. Luckily, the 1 gets down the track, and that is not what Matty Myatt wanted. She has a tire going down in car number 1. How sad is that? The 11 of Ace Vito goes underneath the 35 of, that would be Kyle Bisceglia here. And the 11 is trying to take over the lead here of this race. It depends really on who is the fastest lap car in front of them is going to determine who is going to be the leader here. And it looks like the 11 is going to take the lead this time. The 11 of Grayson Ace Vito actually would open up a pretty big lead over Kyle Bisceglia there, as 3rd place is even a longer way back. That's Padcar. 4th is actually DJ Curtis, with 5th being Aiden Shepard. Roush is a lap down. Just went a lap down. 6th is Brock. A lot of damaged cars in the top 10. Catalio Wallish is in 7th. Gotta give him props. Cody Lamas 8th. Chris Dodd 9th. and Sean Angel 10th, 11th is Thaber, and that's it for your lead lap cars right now. Maddie Myatt now is going to be hoping for a yellow flag once everybody pits, because that might get her back on the lead lap. I don't know about it because she lost a lot of time on track. However, it could get her back onto the lead lap with a chance to score points. However, going a second lap down is not going to help there, as Grayson Ace Vito is a man on a mission right now, just tearing off quick lap times here as Michelle is kind of bogged down in traffic here. It's going to be a tough race, I think, for Michelle to catch him, but I do think there is going to be one more stop. I'm not sure, but I think there's going to have to be one more stop. Yeah, the 37 car saw it coming and had to pit early. Doing a nice little short pit run here by Eugene DeMax, or I'm sorry, Eric DeMax, my apologies. His father's name was Eugene, former ARCSOA Elite Series champion. And here comes DeMax out of the pits. There's Malachi Cohen a little further back there. But now the pit stops have possibly begun. Yep, Fitzwater's in. So, pitting maybe? Where is the leader of Ace Vito on track? Coming out of 2. Meanwhile, Kyle Bisceglia, actually with only 9 to go, is reeling in the 11 car at a massive pace by 0.2 a lap. However, the 35 is pitting. So this is going to be the move of the race, is to see if there's going to be a yellow on pit stop strategy or not. Ace Vito has got to play his cards right. Cios has done a very good job with their pit strategy today, and Ace Vito's complaining that that car is not handling hardly at all. We've seen that coming out of the pits has been a nightmare for some, as, ooh, looks like Maddie Myatt has an engine problem or something. Something is definitely amiss with that car. And now you've got a lot of cars on pit road here. Ace Vito does stay out an extra lap, I believe. So here comes Ace Vito now. And this is where things get very interesting, because that pit road exit, just the way the track is just a nightmarish exit for a lot of these drivers. If it stays green, and here comes the 11 down pit road with the 84 and the second place man, Eddie Champadkar. So pitting, here comes Lamas out of the pits. Clear. Oh boy, we got Brock coming out though, then, or that's Vanderpesch coming out, and that is not a very clear move there, per se. Luckily, it seems like it's playing out okay for him. Oh, Curtis is coming in. I think Curtis might have inherited the lead. Yes, he did that last time. He stayed out long, hoping for a yellow and maybe snookering the field. Not going to get it, though, for him. Here comes the battle for the win, though, is between the 11 and the 35. The 35 is stuck behind a couple of cars. So the 11 is still in the lead. Now it's up to the 15 versus the 11. And did the 15 snooker them a little bit here? Doesn't look like it. That's a slow pit road. There goes the 11 right by. I think the 11 just got away with it. Kyle Bisceglia is quicker. However, there is a lap car between Bisceglia and Freeze, and we've got a car that was in the gravel, or was in the dirt for something. I'm not sure for what. Here comes Arndt out of the pits, by the way. And now, oh, Pericles with problems there. Maybe it was Pericles in the dirt. And now here comes, if the 35's got to get by the 05 quickly. That's the only way he can get away with winning this thing, is if he's got to get by the 35, or the 05. But, much to the chagrin of the 11 car, the 35's teammates there as well. So the 17's going to make the 11's life difficult. We got a dog-eat-dog battle now. But now the 05 is not making the 35's life easy. Bisceglia is struggling with Vince Freeze, who is kind of being a nuisance back marker today. And ruining a pretty good race. Oh, Scott Roush is really holding up the 11 now. This is what the 35 wants, with only coming to 2 to go. The 11 goes underneath, and well, that gets rid of the 05 for the 35. That's good for him. However, the 35's only got a couple chances left at this win. We know the 35's quicker. The 35's going underneath. Not going to get it there. And now we're coming to the white flag here between the 11 and the 35. The 11 has done a great job today here, coming off the final corner for the white flag. White flag is in the air now. The 11 leads the race. Will the 35 be able to try anything? The 11 gets a good run through 1 and 2. I just don't see it right now, unless if something really silly happens. And the 17's not going to do that. Kind of a classy move by GLM there. Grayson Ace Vito's going to pick up his second win in his career here at Phoenix. Comes off the final corner. The 11 of Ace Vito wins it. In a damaged car, the 11 wins it over the 35 car. Third position goes to, actually, DJ Curtis over Eddie Champagner. There was a photo finish there. Yeah, the 8 tried to make a move there. Didn't get it, though. On the 15. The 5th place car is actually Aiden Shepard. 6th is a little way back. That's William Brock. 7th goes to Wallish, and 8th goes to Dodd. Wallish, P7, great run by him. And Angel, P9. 10 goes to Cody Lamas in the War Wagon 48 car. 11th goes to Zayden Davidson, who's had all kinds of problems all day. Thaber, 12th. As we go through the order, Freeze 13th, Monaco 14th, and Shelley rounds out your points. Let's go down to your full finishing result. So, Grayson Ace Vito wins his second race in his ARCSOA Elite Series career. Kyle Bisceglia second, DJ Curtis third, Eddie Champadkar fourth, Shepard fifth, Brock sixth, Wallish seventh, Dodd eighth, Angel ninth, Lamas 10th, Davidson 11th, Thaber 12th, Freeze 13th, Monaco 14th, Shelley 15th, Dover 16th, first car outside of the points, 17th for Jones, 18th for DeMax, 19th for Cohen, 20th for Arndt, 21st for Allen, 22nd for Wilhoit, 23rd for Vanderpesch, 24th for Roush, 25th for Fitzwater, 26th for Scott, 27th for Matty Maya, 28th for Pericles, and then all the cars out of the race being Baskinger, Tauger, Bouchard, Hart, Rahal, Caldwell, Dunbar, and Halleck. Now, we are pretty sure that Pericles and probably Bisceglia are going to get strikes. Probably Alex Allen will as well for not paying attention as well. However, we will wait for confirmation on that. Let's go down to your points. With only 4 races to go in the championship, excuse me again there will be only 160 points up for grabs, so now we got to start eliminating. So 181 minus 160 is you have to have 21 points to mathematically have a shot at the championship. So a lot of people still do, but realistically probably not. Chris Dodd is now the points leader because he got 10 points in Phoenix. Dorn and Bouchard stays at second. Third goes to Noah Hart. They didn't gain any points. Grayson Ace Vito is a serious championship contender with Trek Tauger in 5th, Kyle Bisceglia in 6th. Remember, 181, to get up to the order, to get the point lead, theoretically Kyle Bisceglia could take the point lead next week in Australia. Bobby Jones is just 1 point outside of the point lead. But remember, Catawba and Amaria are 50-point races. Curtis, Angel, Baskinger, and Padkar need some good runs. I'd say even down to John Arndt, you've got a chance here. And Kenny Myatt, if it's a crash fest at Australia and a lot of weird people win and get points, Myatt might still have a shot at the championship because Myatt's coming back into 3 tracks that I think he'll be really strong at. Catawba, Donnet, and Amaria. Beyond John Arndt, though, and maybe excluding the 9 of Kenny Myatt, who won't be starting in Australia, the rest of the field's got a lot of work to do. So Aiden Shepard's going to have to hope for something. Brock is, Rahal is, Matty Myatt is, and once you start getting down to Roush and Allen, it's going to be a long haul for them. Vince Freeze all the way down. You got Halleck, Moss. Halleck's still the points leader. However, Wallish now has overtaken Dover for Rookie of the Year. That's what I meant there by points leader. The last car mathematically eligible is still Zayden Davidson. However, I don't think that's going to last very long. Jane Shelley, Cody Lamas, Walsh, Dover, Shallrock, Caldwell, Dormitory, Moore, Cohen, Dunbar, DeMac, Stanton Thaver, Johan Arndt, Travis Scott, Victor Van Ike Durbin, and Sean Perkins all are mathematically eliminated from the championship. So now we're on the ovals for the rest of the year, or on the road courses for the rest of the year in the round of Australia at the Barbagallo Speedway, the Catawba Central International Raceway in Ohio, Donnet City Street Circuit, and the Amarian Port Skyline International Raceway for the finale.